What's up, guys? How you doing today? Just out here on a mountain bike ride on Highway 101 on a little bit of a pre-funk bike riding mission here today. Just kind of testing my bike out and some few things, and you can hear my brakes squeaking. That's because I haven't rode this bike in a while, so I've got to work the bugs out of it. I've got a ride planned tomorrow with a couple of my buddies. Gonna go do a towers ride, and so I'm just shaking a few things down and doing a little bit of, hey, there's another brother rider. Just shaking some things down and what's that, you know, and shaking some things down on the bike and doing a little bit of adventure, a little bit of exploring while I'm out at here. What else can I update you guys on? Just been really making preparations for heading south this winter. I think most of my preparations are all I'm pretty much prepared. It's just a matter now of tying up a few loose ends and making plans basically for kind of where I want to go this winter, at least for the, oh, that brake is really squealing. It's the front brake. Here we go. Need to work those pedals a little bit. Levers, I should say. Debating on where I want to go in parts of Northern California. I seem to be leaning towards wanting to explore parts of eastern Northern California, like the Lassen National Forest, and kind of east of there, and then, you know, maybe either make our way south through eastern California or through Nevada, through some parts of Nevada. So I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to cold weather, as many of you know. So I'm going to try to kind of follow the optimal weather patterns of course, the sun. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, what's up? We're out to our fellow vanners there. Vanners out there driving up and down the Oregon coast. You know, we're going to go check this out here. There is a trail I have never been down, but I've heard about. The Sutton boat launch. There's a hiking trail here that goes underneath the bridge. This is kind of a cool, beautiful place here. There's so many lakes around this area. This is Sutton Lake. You got Mercer Lake over there. It's just such a beautiful area here in the Florence area. So let's kind of maybe go and see what this is all about. Well, so far so good. It's been bushwhacked. It kind of reminds me of a horse trail. Sweet. Oh, nice trail. Perfect trail for mountain biking. Yeah, perfect trail for mountain biking. Well, we'll have to see where this goes. What else can I talk about? Just I thought I would just share a little bit more of my experience work camping, essentially, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I have been basically doing a work exchange situation. I think I'm going to stop up here pretty soon and talk to you guys. Find a nice place to do that. Yeah, I think this might work. There you guys are. Just pulled off the trail for a minute to talk to you guys. Wanted to fill you in on kind of my work I'll just call it a work exchange situation. Currently, right now, I've been since about May, June, I have been staying on someone's private property, someone's private land, in exchange for taking care of the grounds on the property, mowing, weed eating, pruning, and a few other things around the yard, in exchange basically for full hookups and a place to stay. And I tell you guys, it's worked out like almost so good for me that it's almost, I mean, I'm almost going to call it too good to be true, like the situation that I have. I mean, it's a really great situation. And I think I'd like to, in this video, not brag about it egotistically, but just put the message out there to you guys that these opportunities do exist for doing, you know, a work exchange situation. Maybe it's work exchange, maybe it's I'm going to pay X amount of rent, whatever, to stay on private, you know, on private property. And there, you know, there's a lot of places that in America where you can do this. You can still do this. I'm here on the Oregon coast. I'm in a very rural area, and so and like in the area where I'm staying at right now, there's a lot of people that are living in their RVs on property, and a lot, you know, really, it's this is really, I think a lot of this is going to come down to where you are. Some places, some counties have some pretty strict codes about this kind of stuff, and so this isn't something that's going to probably fly everywhere, but this is an opportunity that is out there. And I really, you know, those of you that this could be a great opportunity for some of you out there. Those of you that, you know, don't like, you know, you like to maybe travel so many months out of the year, you don't want to be on the road all year long. Maybe you want to travel 5-6 months out of the year, and you want to be static somewhere for 6 months. Either, you know, if you work for yourself, you can just stay there and work for yourself. You know, if you have your own business, or you want to, you know, get a job somewhere for 5-6 months. You know, this could be a really great situation that you could save a lot of money and potentially have some really good, if you want to call it, rules that will work for you. You know, a lot better than, say, staying at an RV park, which, like what I did for so many couple of years. I stayed in an RV park, and it was a good situation, but this situation is a lot better, and I'm also saving a lot more money, and also helping out the people that own the property and helping them out take care of the property. And so it's a real win-win situation for me and the property owner. So, but these opportunities, they do exist. You know, who would this be somebody good for? Well, if you're going to be taking care of the property and doing work, you need to be in good physical condition. So you need to be in good physical health. If you don't have good physical health, then this is probably not something that you should consider. If you are a handyman, if you're, you know, if you're good with tools and taking care of things, you know, this is a really good situation for you. You know, like for me, I work for myself and I do maintenance and handyman work. So this situation kind of, it's the perfect fit, like you know, like a glove, putting it on your hand. It fits perfectly for somebody like me, where I have a lot of skills. So if you have those type of skills, maintenance skills, landscaping skills, where, you know, maybe it's you're good with animals and you know how to, you know, take care of horses or livestock and that kind of a thing, well, there's a perfect situation for you that you could sell, you know, you could sell yourself. So these opportunities, they are out there all the time, you know, and well, you know, how do you find these opportunities? So I talked about who would this, you know, be a good situation for. You know, somebody who physically can do it, somebody who has some skills. Okay, tools and equipment. If you have tools and equipment, you know, that would definitely be a bonus. So what are we talking about? Gosh, I mean, I think at the minimum, I mean, like a weed eater, and a lot of these landowners, they already have all the tools. They have the lawnmowers, they have the trimmers, they have all the hand tools. And in my situation, the people I'm staying with, they have a brand new riding lawnmower that I use to cut the grass. So that works out really well. So I just have brought some of my small tools to the table. So if you got tools, that's an even better bonus to sell yourself. How do you find these places? Well, my first suggestion is just word of mouth. That's how I came across and landed this opportunity, was just through word of mouth. through one of my customers that I've done some work for. Yes. Now, did this take some time to you know, build and mold up this relationship? Yes, it did. So if you're brand new in town, you might have to do some other techniques to sell yourself. But I found this through word of mouth. So yeah, so get out, you know, on the what is word of mouth? Word of mouth is essentially it's pounding the pavement, pounding your network, the people that you already know, and you ask questions of proposition. Do you know anybody who has some property, has some land with either full hookups or no hookups that they would let me park on their land in exchange for, you know, paying some rent or work exchange? And you know, you just ask. That's one of the best, you know, messages I ever have to say on my channel, is to ask for what it is that you want. Ask questions. You know, the worst thing is that people will just tell you no. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen by asking a question. So you ask people. Well, if you don't get anywhere, you should be doing that, which that's probably, I'm going to say 95% your chance of, that's probably 95% of your chance of getting it. And you also should be putting ads on Craigslist, you know, and just saying that, you know, I'm wanted, I'm looking for this type of a situation, you know, for on your property, I'm looking for full hookups, you know, and then sell yourself. Talk about who you are, talk about your rig, you know, tell them a little bit about what you do for a living, and you know, just sell yourself. And so I really think, like I said, these are great situations. And you know, it's like, you know, with me right now, where I've been snowbirding essentially, you know, it works out really well, because when I leave to go snowbird, well, the weather here, it's winter, it's dormant, things aren't growing, so it works out perfectly, you know, for taking care of the property, because the landowners, they really don't need me around in the winter. They need me around in the summer to, you know, to maintain the grounds of the property and so forth. So what else can I say? I think I've kind of hit on a lot of the points I wanted to hit on. But yeah, I really encourage you guys that are out there that are considering to live this lifestyle, minimalist lifestyle, snowbirding lifestyle, whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it, your lifestyle, and how it works well for you. This is another viable way to go about doing this. As there are a multitude of ways, and I know that the longer that I continue to live this way and meet new people, and, you know, see and learn about what other people are doing, there's a multitude of different ways that you can make this work for you. And the question is, you know, it hinges on you and your personality, and, you know, your skills, and, you know, you know, matching up a good situation with who you are, essentially. And that's what I promote about this whole lifestyle. I really don't promote well, you should do it this way or you should do it that way. I promote, you know, educating and getting out there and learning about different ways how you could make this work. Maybe it's, you know, getting 1,000 Trails membership. I have friends that do that, and that works out really well for them. They work, you know, mobily, and my gosh, I mean, when you factor in what it costs them on an annual basis to live, it's very cheap. I mean, it's less than $1,000. You know, if you average all the costs out over a year for, you know, rent costs, it's less than that. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but you know, that's why, you know, I've learned so much just by getting out there on the ground and connecting and meeting other people, talking to them, and seeing how they do it. You know, there are just a multitude of different ways. And then there's like the tiny house, you know, living movement, where, like what I'm doing right now, there's a lot of people that are building their own tiny houses, not RVs, but movable, mobile, tiny homes, and putting them on private property, private landowners' property. That's a whole nother thing that you could do. And I think that it's going to work better in a rural area where, you know, you get out where things are not as restrictive. So anyways, I've talked a lot about some different things, guys. Please comment below with questions about things that you may have, and please offer suggestions to all of us here. This is about, you know, helping everybody out, and helping everybody to lead a more meaningful and fulfilled life for everyone. So, all right, guys, I think we're gonna get back to the mountain bike ride. All right, later. Okay, so where are we at now? Oh, it looks like cool. It's a campground. What do you know? Sweet. I think this is, I don't know what this is. Huh. I have never been back here before. Huh. Yeah, I have never been back here before. Look at that. Oh, this is a really nice place. Cool. See, guys, I've been living here for a couple of years and I've never even experienced this park here. That'd be a nice little place to make videos right there. Little picnic table, have a barbecue. Here's another deserted camping area. Picnic table over there has an electrical outlet, water. Wonder how many people come out to these campgrounds and squat. I haven't seen anybody yet, but I mean, the bathrooms are closed, but this looks like a campground host's spot. Bathrooms. Gigantic fire pit. Look at the size of this fire pit. Must be a group camping spot, or just a place to have a huge bonfire. I think I'll just cross through here. Tight little fit. Cool. That's a great place to go and hang out. I'll have to come back there again. It's a great place to make a video. I'm always looking for those places, those real places where it's quiet, a lot of solitude, to make a YouTube video. So I'll have to come back there again. Well, I think that's all for this vlog, guys. Take care and we'll see you next time.